Hello, my name is Jennifer and welcome to another Sims 4 news video. This is about the June 23rd SDX that we got earlier this week. And if you have the default settings, it should download automatically, and of course you have to restart your game to get it. But I'm mainly going to be focusing on the two new limited time scenarios that we got with that SDX. We did also get two new dishes and one jersey that they show there on some of the Sims various colors. Actually, all of the Sims, not the toddler, but all of the what looks to be young adult and up Sims have the jersey on. So let's take a look at the play scenario. As I said, they are limited time. One of them is Explore the Night and the other one is Cookout. If you are playing on computer, Twisted Mexi's All Scenarios mod, the newest version, is supposed to let you keep any limited time ones, including ones that are here now. So when they go away, that's what he says in his mod notes. So if you want to access them, you can get it like that. And then last I had heard, if you play on console, if you go offline, you should be able to get the old ones too. So back to this and the fact that they are by default limited time. So the Explore the Night, which is good, probably it was for 2 weeks from when it dropped, which is based on when I'm recording this. It is considered hard. And it says a sim has been curious about the night and wants to explore everything it has to offer. Can this sim learn what's out there at night, or will they simply fall asleep? Now, you have to start with a sim who is young adult or older, but one thing I noticed is you can actually have more than one sim with this scenario and the Cookout one, but they do all need to be young adult or older, and you can't have any pets in the house when you're starting out. So you can't have any teens, children, toddlers, or obviously you can't create a family with baby, but if you played with an existing one, they could have a baby and then they wouldn't qualify for this. So the story ending here is discover what the night has to offer and complete the goals, which we'll take a look at those goals. And with the Cookout one, it says a sim wants to perfect the art of grilling to impress all their friends and family at the next cookout. Can they earn their license to grill in time for the next big cookout, which is a social event, but it's only available with this scenario because I went in and tried to look and I did not see the Cookout social event except for when my Sims were in the scenario, which I didn't actually say, but I just went in and looked, which we're going to do too. So again, you have to start with the sim who is young adult or older, and again, you can have multiple Sims, they just all have to be young adult or older. And the story endings here is prepare for the big cookout and perfect the art of grilling. So now what we're going to do, and it's easy. So the one is hard and the other is easy. So we're going to go in here and we're going to say play now. And I'm going to use a new household in a new save and just use one of my existing households that I have in my library. But the new or the existing, in both cases, will go into your last loaded or last played save. So the one that you see the sim in, it would be up in the top where it says resume. It'll be that particular save. So if you want to have it be an existing save that's not that one, you have to go in and load it and save it so it's the last save you played. As I said, when they made this change, I'm not a fan of this change. I preferred it when you could pick the save right from this menu as opposed to having to go in and get it up at the top, which you have to do now. But right now we're actually going to go to do a new household in a new save. So here's my household. I'm going to take them in and place them in the world, and we'll take a look at the goals. So here we are in live mode with this couple, and we're just really going to take a look at the goals. So the first one is stay awake for 5 days. So we have to have sleep replacement potions and even coffee. The other way that I often keep my Sims awake is I use the club system, which is why having two Sims in the household helps. Though even if you had one Sim, you could still do a club and just have other people come around. And once you earn enough points, you can buy the Rally the Troops interaction, which will help boost your energy, and your bladder gets boosted and your hunger. So it helps with those things. If you watch any of my Let's Plays, you'll see that I use it all the time. So you have to befriend a ghost and invite them to join your household. So get a ghost to visit your home by keeping a deceased Sim's urn or tombstone placed on your lot, then grow your friendship until they ask to move in. Interaction is available in the friendly category. The other thing is if you have get together, you can go to ghost nights and you can meet ghosts that way. So that's another way. Brew and drink coffee. So brewing some by buying a coffee maker and from the kitchen appliances category in buy mode. You have to drink a sleep replacement potion. So buy a sleep replacement potion from the reward store in the aspiration panel. You have to work night shifts, so you've got to get a job in either the criminal career, as an entertainer, a culinary mixologist, or a part-time babysitter, fast food employee, or retail employee. So those are the jobs that they're saying are late night ones. You have to get the night owl trait. So essentially you have to get some reward points to be able to do some of these things. So that's one I often get, and the trait will help your sim gain skills faster at night. And you have to order a drink at a nightclub, lounge, or bar at night. So those are all of the goals for this particular one. And they do start off with this 5-day moodlet, fine, exploring from the Explore the Night scenario. And she's staying awake to explore the night, whether it actually does anything. And they both have that. I'm not really sure, but that's it. I don't know. I haven't actually looked. He's a spellcaster. So he has a glimmer stone. I'm just curious if they come with anything in build mode. Nope. So not unlike with the best friend forever scenario, which I didn't realize till after the fact that they get to start with their soft friends that they need for the scenario, and it's in the family inventory. They don't seem to start with anything to help them with that, other than obviously they're starting funds. So that's the Explore the Night scenario. Let's go back out and check in on the cookout one. So here we are in another household with the cookout scenario. So they don't have anything done because I loaded them into the empty lot in Oasis Springs, the neighborhood that Johnny Zest lives in. So for this one, you have to buy a grill. You have to buy an optional cookout object, which means either a bar, a stereo, or a GOT game table. You have to catch fish for grilling. So click on a fishing sign to go fishing, or I would assume if you had a pond, that would work too. You don't click on the sign for that. Make excellent quality barbecue rib plates on the grill, and then you need to be level 7 at cooking to be able to do that. So that's not something that opens up right away. You have to make an excellent quality fried fish plate. That is, you need to be level 5 at cooking. Now that's not to be confused with the fried fish. That is separate. There's a fried fish plate and fried fish. So the fried fish plate requires a higher cooking skill, if I remember correctly. I can't tell with these two because they don't have the right cooking skill. Being a cooking skill, you do start with level 2 cooking, and they both did, but no moodlets in this case. You have to raise your comedy skill to level 4. You have to level up your cooking skill to level 7. Now, one thing that I noticed is when I was coming in just to see these goals, I came in with a household that I had saved on in my library, but the two Sims had both maxed their cooking. So you can't complete this if you play with a household where they've already maxed their cooking skill, because you obviously need someone to get to level 7. I was wondering if maybe if you like leveled up any skill, it would go, oh, well, look, they're already level 7 and give it to you. And it didn't work. So yes, you need a Sim who is not already level 7 of cooking and host a cookout. Now, the cookout, as I had mentioned, is a social event, but it is only available, unfortunately, if you are doing this particular scenario. And that is unfortunate. It would be really nice if they had that as an option without the scenario, especially because, well, I was going to say especially because it's limited time, but even without it being limited time, even if it wasn't limited time, I still would like to have access to it without it. So here it is. It's a gold event, and it includes a new grill, but there isn't a new grill type. And so there it is. It's just a social event that you have access to when you're on this particular scenario. Now, that's kind of it. So you start with the level 2, and let's see if you start with anything in your inventory, and you don't start with anything either in your inventory, so you need to make sure that you get all of these things. So this is an easier one. And if you started with a tiny lot, it would be particularly easy. One thing to note with the new foods, which I can't show here because they don't have the proper cooking skill, but I did go in and check. I usually play with the Simple Living Lot Challenge that comes with Cottage Living. And if you have that on, as I have often noticed with foods that come through SDXs, they aren't available when you have the Simple Living Lot Challenge on. So if you want to see the barbecue ribs plate on the grill, and if you want to see the fried fish plate, at least at the time that I'm recording this, you can't use that lot challenge. It has to be off. You won't see the foods. The fried fish plate, I noticed, is like inside cooking, so you can see it when you're going from your fridge and probably from your stove. I didn't try that one. And they tell you the barbecue rib plate is on the grill, and that is indeed where I found them. So that is kind of it for these two scenarios. They are only available, like I said, with households that are young adult and up. I would expect, similar to, I think I did this with the well-rounded scenario when it was still a limited time scenario, which has now been made a permanent time scenario. I went and used CAS full edit mode and cheated my Sims down to teen because I like to play with teens. And I was able to do the scenario with a teen, but you can't start it with a teen. I expect the same thing is true for both of these scenarios, this one and the Night Owl one. But why don't we just take a quick look at that new jersey, and I'll take them into Create a Sim and show it to you. So here is the shirt in all the different colors, and it's available for males and females. So there it is. We can take a look on our female sim too. Now, one way to make it easier to find, I filter by base game because it will not show as being something new. It would be nice if at some point they change that, but right now it doesn't have the filter. I have already come in and looked for it, but it wasn't there the first time either when I went and looked for it. You can see it's got the same colors, but that is the new outfit. And like I said, the new foods, you need the respective cooking skill, 5 for the fried fish plate and 7 for the barbecue rib on the grill. So let me know if you're planning on playing either of these scenarios, or if perhaps you've already started, what's been your experience with the scenarios in a comment down below. But that's going to be it for this video. Likes and comments are always appreciated, and they really help with the algorithms. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!